You know what? I cannot get enough of this song. I don't know why, it's just so good. Absolutely love it. It's just such a good song, man. I'm absolutely loving it. How are we all doing today? Tim, I'll have to look that up, mates. I don't know what I'm doing with them on Kick, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm not too sure how we set up these points or whatever on Kick. And the thing is, well, I've moved my microphone over here, so hopefully you won't get the air conditioning unit over there, because it is just baking here. But we got a few things to go through. I don't think we'll be on for long today. Probably hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at the most, just because of how hot it is. And we do have a few things to look over, because first of all, we got to finish the that serial killer vlog, the one who vlogged everything. But I have seen something yesterday when we got off, because obviously we were talking about horror films and all this kind of stuff, and I saw all of this, which I'm going to bring up now. So, where is it? So obviously we were talking about, you know, Texas Chainsaw, the Elm Street and all this kind of stuff. And funnily enough, well, it's not funny, it's actually sad. But I saw this when I got off yesterday. Oh, I'm going to move myself back over here. And bring the chat back under there. But yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 Leatherface guy has passed away. That was yesterday. Which I was like, oh, right, okay. You know, because we were talking about, obviously, Elm Street and things. But then I saw this one. The guy, Mark Patton, the main dude from Elm Street 2, he needs help with his health recovery, which is absolutely insane. We talked about all of these things, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh my god, we're actually seeing all of these things happening. I just need to, there we go. More directly in line with me. Hey, Angel, how's it going? But yeah, like I say, Tim, I will have a look, because again, that is something I haven't really done. I found out as well, I need to do like emotes as well and stuff. So we will look into that, buddy. We will look into it. But yeah, just seeing this, I was just like, holy hell. But yeah, he needs 18 grand to help him get back on his feet, which is sad. You know, because we're seeing this now a lot. Cassandra. You know what as well? Like I say, on chat at the moment. I don't know if it's on your lot. But I'll just pop this out. This obviously, this is the chat I got this side. I'm seeing all of these now. It's like, what are they? Top fans. Oh, yo, you get what? We're going to have to look at this, guys, because obviously it's going to be given some stuff, you know, number 1, number 3 or whatever. We're going to have a little look-see and see what that does for you, because if that is something like Twitch, where you have the, you have the bloody, again, like how Tim's saying, actually, over on Kick. So, channel rewards. Channel points, they're called. You know what? It wouldn't surprise me if YouTube have something like that. Yeah, the crowns. Because literally, that is brand new for me today. That is. Oh, there we go. Right, here we go. So this is what we got. Top fans next P. I'll, with it. We'll get rid of that. We'll go back there. I will hop out the chat so we can have a look-see together, folks. So, the leaderboard, a place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges and live chat. Oh, It resets every stream, so you can always try again. You'll need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how you get them. Sending live chat messages, super chats, and super stickers. Oh, right, okay. That's pretty nifty, to be honest with you. Liz, the crowns. Don't worry, we know. But yeah, that does actually seem similar to what we got over on Kick. Cassandra, on Kick, do you have anything under your chat? Under the way you do. So this is my Kick one. Like, by here, you got, like, these circles next to where you type and all, you know. Type in there. But these things by here, like 3 little dots. Like, I click that and it comes up with channel points. And again, I haven't got anything available, so... But I think that's what it seems to be in. You know, that this is what YouTube could be doing. They're trying to get in and get together and be the same thing as Twitch. Which, if that is true, that is actually a really good thing. Really good thing. Right, just checking my mail a minute. Alright, so there we go, that's good. Right, everything is going. But yeah, I saw all of these yesterday, and I was actually, I was like, holy hell, you know, because we were talking about it. Yep, there we go. Like I say, I will have to put some things on Kick, because again, if I can get things on there, it's going to be a lot better for everyone as well. Like, obviously, if you go over to it, you can see what's going on. Tim. Yeah, that seems like a thing. Yeah, it's... If YouTube is trying to do that, again, obviously with how much money YouTube takes, they're trying to get the engagement now a bit like how streaming platforms are, which I'm all for. I am all for that. But yeah, ain't it mad how we were talking about all this horror stuff yesterday, and this happens? It's mad. But like Sarcasm said as well regarding Wikipedia, the 42. There's 42 pages in this category, and all of these are literally unidentified. Hey, Kel. Melby, hello. Yeah, well, today I've had to move my my mic in front of me now, so it's coming directly from there instead of having it over there, because I've had to put the air conditioning unit on because it is so hot. And like I say, we were going to be doing like Phasmophobia, but it's a little bit too hot for that because, again, the PlayStation generates so much heat, it's ridiculous. So I'm not going to be doing that today. Maybe tomorrow, if it's a nice cooler day, which is actually meant to be. Today is meant to be the last day of a heat wave. Yeah, so it's a lot cooler tomorrow, a lot cooler. Yeah, actually, you know, we got Sleepy Hollow Killer, we got Severed Leg Killer, Saw Killer of Hanover, San Juan del Sur Psychopath. There's so many on here. It's insane. Vajla Syria, Lisbon Ripper, Maniac, Murders, Protest, Islands Vanishing Triangle. Oof. Oh, Malk, it is. Betty Swallows, mate, it is. Hence why I've got the air conditioning unit right by there, so it's just aimed directly at me. But yeah, there's so many. Oh, Cal. Well, so yeah, it's been absolutely insane, to be honest with you, how hot it is, because... So, today and yesterday, it hasn't been sunny. It's been overcast, but it's been hotter. Yesterday was the worst, I will say, in here. Because I don't know if you can see them on my head. Yeah. See, I got spots. So, I got spots by here. A heat rash formed yesterday. When I got off, I looked in the mirror, and I just got heat spots all over one side. But, yes, Cassandra, you got sun. Well, so, it's a light, but it's overcast. But I was outside this morning. I went shopping with my old man. And we were there, and it was sunny. And then all of a sudden, it just went cloudy, and the temperature dropped rapidly. It was insane how fast it was. Yeah, so it's cloudy here now, and say tomorrow's meant to be a lot excuse me, meant to be a lot cooler. But yes, we're going to be looking at the thing we had yesterday, folks, the serial killer guy who vlogged everything. But if you remember, we were talking about... Oh, I got the hiccups. About Kemper. Oh, I got the hiccups. Like we were on about... B&G, how's it going? Is it Milliband playing? God, yeah, mate, it's... Oof. Like I say, I don't mind if it's overcast. I want it to be overcast, not overcast, I want it to be sunny on Thursday. Because that's when I'm going into town to watch Slayer and all them. And it's in the field. So I was like, you know what? If it's sunny then, great, I'll love it. If I got being here and in the house, don't get me wrong, go in the garden. Actually, if we keep getting like the hot days, we could just try and do something in the garden. Like a live stream from out there sort of thing. Because, you know, I got a mic, I got a camera, I got my iPad, which I can just like, you know, mirror the screens on. That could be good. That could be good. But yeah, so this guy here, Edmund Kemper. So this guy is the one that we were talking about yesterday, where Sarcasm was saying about, you know, that this guy here, the one we're going to carry on, that he was trying to be calculating and he was going to be, you know, oh, I'm more intelligent. This guy here, this Edmund Kemper, this guy is, he is the one. He is so intelligent. It's incredible how intelligent he is. Well, he was actually, he was convicted, and where is it? Yeah, it's in his younger one and all this, and his own account, he came close to death, excuse me, several times, but yeah, he did get done, obviously, antisocial behaviour, such as cruelty to this, age of 10, he buried a family cat alive, where is it? Yeah, so the mother locked him in the basement because she feared he would harm their sisters. But here we go. Yeah, this is the first ones, as you can see by there. That is the mugshot of him when he was younger. When he, at the age of 15, when he got done for them ones. Because when the police arrived, and he told police he just wanted to see what it felt like to get rid of Grandma. Yeah. And later he said that he, got rid of his grandfather because he was going to be angry with him. But court psychiatrist diagnosed him with being a schizophrenia. So, yeah, imprisoned them for 5 years. Tony, hello! How the devil are we? But yeah, then obviously released, and then he had more. And what he was, like this dude, he actually, obviously in prison, that's him, you know, in 2011. And everyone, it's going to sound a little bit weird, but everyone in the prison system, the ones who have gone to meet him, the ones who have said hello and everything else, they all love spending time with him because he knows what he is. And he's like, and he tells them, and if you actually watch the series Mindhunters on Netflix, because they have a couple of episodes with him, and he's there, and he's just like, yeah, I did this, I did that. He talks him through. He's like, no, I'm better off staying inside. And he's like, I know what I am. And he's very intelligent, very, very intelligent. And he's like, yeah, this is what I am. I'm going to stay in this prison till I die. I can't be let out. When someone says that, he knows. You know that those are seriously crazy people. But like I say, with his imprisonment, you know, it's, with regarding, he showed particular disdain for this guy who came in, and he, you know, this is what cracks me up. He had such disdain, and he hated Herbert Mullen and Charles Manson. He hated them. And he describes one of them, cold-blooded killer, killing everybody he saw for no good reason. Kemper manipulated and physically intimidated Mullen, who at 5'9" was a foot shorter than Kemper. Kemper stated that he had a habit of singing and bothering people when somebody was trying to watch TV, so I threw water on him to shut him up. Then, when he was a good boy, I'd give him peanuts. That was effective because pretty soon he has permission to sing. That's called behavior modification treatment. Yeah. The guy is just absolutely insane. Oh, Angel. Oh, that sucks. Let's have a look. Yeah, but... Oh, no. 3 of you are on 75. Oh, no. 4 of you. Oh, no. Nearly all... Oh, yeah. You know what? We're going to have to look into that a little bit more, I think. We are going to have to find out, see what it does, you know? But yeah, like I say, if you haven't seen Mindhunters, I'd recommend it. Because it's about the FBI and how literally they go around and they talk to all of these serial killers and all of this. And they try to learn from them so they can adapt and basically catch them before anything happens. Well, Kel, like I say, it is behavior modification treatment because they actually use that for like animals and everything else. Like if you click into it, you know, behavior influencing. And again, it can be classed as that. Now I have a 2 behind my name. Yeah, you do. Yeah, see, there's so many things going on. I think we are going to have to look into and see if we get more than 75%. Because if you only get 75, that's a bit rubbish. Let's have a look. Let's see what we get. Learn more. Let's have a look. Oh, god damn it, wrong one. Help center. Learn more. So, leaderboard. Does it go up? Does it go down? So, top 3 on the leaderboard earn a badge which appears next to their name. How long is it visible? During the live stream while it's active. Right, okay. If I make one of the top 3 spots and unlock a badge, how long do I get to keep it? Viewers who earn a badge will keep it during the stream. Right. While they hold on to the top 3 positions, badges will be reassigned in real time as viewers change positions. Right, got it. So that's what we got there. Experience points are automatically calculated when viewers send a live chat or purchase a super chat, super sticker, gift, blah, blah, blah. Right, okay. Is there a limit to the number of points that can be earned? So, yes, there is a cap on the number of points that can be earned. Depending on the user's country region, the daily and weekly purchase limit will vary. In general, a user can spend up to $500 per day and up to $2,000 per week, combined on gifts. Right. So, again, this is basically YouTube trying to make more money. That's all it is. It could be fun, I suppose. It can be a good thing for all of this, you know? Oh, I keep clicking it. Yeah, see, Cal, it's... when we started the stream earlier, literally, all of a sudden, you had all the crowd, and we didn't know what was going on. This is why we think it's like how they're doing it with Twitch and everything else. So, we're going to keep it like that and see how it goes. But yeah, like I say, this camper dude, like I say, give it a go if you need to watch something. Because the guy is absolutely insane. He really is. But yeah, Street Fighter. Have you seen who they've cast in the new Street Fighter movie? They've, Andrew Schultz, the comedian. Which I have no idea why he's been picked for it. Considering that this cast has got Jason Momoa, Andrew Koji, and 50 Cent, which is nuts, even think about it. It's... who else has actually been thingied on it? Alright, here's the cast. So we got Roman Reigns as Akuma, Jason Momoa as Blanca. It's going to be interesting to see Jason Momoa play Blanca from Street Fighter, you know? A bit nuts. But could play Blanca in the Street Fighter. No, he is playing Blanca. Yeah, he's playing Ryu. Which, I'm all for that, because he is a good... Then you got this guy's playing Ken. Even though Ken is blonde. Is he going to dye his hair? Yeah, it's a bit weird, that one. Who else we got? Yeah, we got Roman Reigns, who is going to be playing Akuma. This dude, which he kind of got the look down for it. Could be interesting. But yeah, and we got some other woman as well who's being done as Chun-Li. Which, yeah, it's going to be interesting now, this, I think. Going to be very interesting. But, folks, I think we should get into the last 20-odd minutes of, the guy who thought he was being, you know, thought he was being amazing. Right, so we'll do that there, we'll put that on.
Having a bad time at all and enjoying herself on the hike.
Here we go.
I could tell that.
So if you remember, he was recording everything, this dude was, which is insane.
Along Shoal Creek.
Again, Hilton is insistent that Meredith was enjoying her time as the victim of a violent kidnapping. A story that doesn't gain believability the more he repeats it. And if his intention is to convince the agents that he has a heart underneath the cruelty, the
he
conclusion
doesn't.
to his story erases that possibility.
I don't think he's got a heart.
And then the next day, we got
that's the guy, yeah, Kel.
told her she was going home.
I don't know what, I haven't seen him in anything, so I can't,
all her stuff backed up together.
I can't get my view on that one.
She always helped me load and unload, especially because my hand was messed up. And so, in other words, consistent with being kidnapped, she was having a good time. Other than, you know what I mean.
Okay.
Say she's
You know what?
enjoying it,
This
but
guy is such a dick,
she
isn't
was
he?
into it. It was an experience. She was at ease. Totally
It makes
at
you
ease.
think. It really does.
Did you guys leave the site you were camping at that point?
No, okay. No, we're packing up and telling her I'm taking her and I'm going to release her.
Hilton says they left the campsite together, but soon he pulled the van over in another area of Dawson Forest. In between, he says, there was another close call.
And there was a pickup there, and as he drove by, I waved at him. It was law enforcement.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was that close. It was that close. She wasn't even secured either.
Having once again caught a lucky break, Hilton took Meredith to a secluded spot.
Walked her into the woods. Got 2 sleeping bags. I got a mattress for her to sit on. 2 bags to put over her. A length of chain. Secured it to a tree. Walked back to the van. I'm staggering around by now. You know, I'm headed. I can't even think straight. I'm just staggering. You know, multiple sclerosis. I'm just staggering. Went. Kind of got myself together, made some coffee and everything, walked back, and at that point she said I was afraid.
Tony, you know what? I think you are right. I think if he had a little bit of compassion, he would have been like, okay, go. Yeah, Kel. If only someone noticed what was going on.
But he grabbed something else when he was back at his van, an iron bar.
Oh.
At long last, Hilton reveals the horrifying truth.
I need to turn this air con up a bit.
They found the bloody clothes in that gas station dumpster.
And I walked up and made as if to unsecure the chain, struck her with the bar.
What bar?
It was a jack handle, just a straight
There we go.
jack handle, the solid iron bar.
Solid iron bar, bloody
struck her
hell.
with that. She said, no, let me go. Put her hands up. I kept striking her. You'll see some defensive wounds to her hand. She lost consciousness, and
What a
I kept
dick,
striking her
isn't he?
till ensure she was dead.
Hilton says that Meredith had
Such
to
a
die
dickhead.
to ensure his freedom.
Once you've taken someone,
Oh, Kel, I didn't even think of that about his
you're
dog.
going to get caught. It's as simple as that. In my situation, look at me. I got the dog. I got the van. I'm me. I'm famous anyway. Regardless.
Oh my
And I
God.
know, once
I'm
you've taken
famous
someone,
anyway. What a
you either kill them
dick.
or you get caught. If you release them, you're going to get caught. I mean, am I right or not? If I would have been sure.
Math, right?
Well, she's seen the van, she's seen the tag, she's seen the dog, she's seen, all she has to do is they have to put that out,
Oh.
and 10,000 people will be calling, including Tabor. He was just the first one, you know. Of course I knew it. You either kill him, or
You know what, Liz? Yeah, it's
I was
the calmness he has in his voice when he's talking about this. And he's there like, yeah, you know, I'm famous. I got my van, I'm me, I got my dog. Look at me, I'm famous. He thinks way too highly of himself. That's what he does there. Personally, that's what I'm thinking as well. He's just such a horrible man.
able to do it because of my general rage against society, of course.
Hilton's rage is evident as he describes what he did next.
Removed her head.
Remove the head.
With a serrated knife, which you probably have in the dumpster.
Oh my God. So a bread knife. Like a saw. Oh my God.
A serrated knife.
Yeah, like a
Cal, exactly. He can't be famous because we literally none of us knew him.
and that was in the dumpster as well. Was that? I mean, is that difficult to do, to take somebody's head off? I've never seen that done. I mean, is it? I'm not asking for my.
I understand,
right.
And it
absolutely nuts, isn't it?
It doesn't seem real looking back on it.
I can't imagine a kitchen knife being able to do that. Is what I'm getting at.
This is a knife with a blade this long.
Okay.
That's serrated, and so it's a saw.
Oh, okay. I got you.
It's just sawing. All you
It's
got
a
to do
bread
is keep
knife.
sawing,
Right.
sawing,
Jeez.
sawing, and then get through the joint. It's just like you would. That's what it's made for in the kitchen,
right.
To cut up meat.
Right.
Hilton says that his decision to cut Meredith's head off
Oh my
was purely
days.
practical.
The only
How is it
reason, by the way,
practical?
that it was removed was forensically.
Yeah, right.
In other words, the hair is full of fiber.
Sure.
I poured liquid bleach all over her to any DNA, and I knew bleach would not destroy fibers, but that any DNA she may have picked up from my clothes. She'd been wearing my clothes for now 3 days,
Right.
or something, and she, and so I poured liquid bleach over her. And again, this is not done to preclude identification.
Oh my God.
Or for any other reason, other than at that time I didn't know that I'd even been associated with it. So,
Why is he messing up things that he said earlier now? I can't with this guy. The problem that I have with this is he's going on saying, oh, well, I poured bleach over this, blah, blah, blah. But then, he's like, oh, yeah, I didn't do it for fibers, I didn't do it for any DNA at the time. So why did you do it? It's almost like he's tripping himself up. And obviously, like you were saying, Cassandra was saying about, and that's why he got caught, is I do think, because they found the head in a dumpster somewhere. And it's like, come on. And Melby, so matter of fact about her, they Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's so stone cold, isn't he? He's just, oh yeah, and he's just talking about it like it's normal.
and I knew the body would be found sooner or later. These bodies,
Exactly,
the body
Melby, yeah.
sooner
He said,
or later,
yes,
come to
Melby,
light.
yes. He said, oh yeah, when she was missing, because I saw myself on the front page. Yeah, he knew. Yeah, it's almost like he's trying to one-up him, and it's not going to work.
And this is not the first body that's been discarded.
Hilton's last remark seems to go unnoticed, but one could reasonably wonder if the image in his mind at that moment was that of Cheryl Dunlap, whose decapitated body was left in the woods, just like Meredith's.
Then I left, headed south to that gas station where I made the call to try to get some money. I'm down to, I think it was $18, something like that. I'm getting low on glass.
This was incoming?
Yeah, that gas station. I took her dog with me, and I found a location where I knew the dog would be okay. It's a bustling
Poor doggy.
center.
Right.
And I knew that the dog would be picked up. And I also knew the dog was microchipped.
Yes, Melby.
How'd you know that?
She told me. If I
The dog was microchipped. Literally, they could see where the dog has been for those days as well. He thinks he's clever, but he's not.
wanted to ensure that no one would associate the dog with her, I would have killed the dog.
Right.
But there's no way I could do that.
Right.
The investigators are left to wonder how it is that the serial murderer before them draws the line at the killing of a dog. But perhaps it's right in line with his life story. The ruthless wanderer with no regard for anyone other than his one trusted companion.
He's my boy. He's my baby.
Battery memory's probably gonna go any second. This is Tucker, yes, once more before we die. Totally Tucker. Yeah, me and the boy will run on this October.
Sorry, guy, I gotta get something off my chest now. I've got a message off one of my friends. And so, seen Slayer on Thursday. So it's Slayer, it's Anthrax, it's Mastodon, Hatebreed, and a Monomath. And we paid £100 for the ticket each. Don't mind it because they're all great bands. Seen them before and I love them. And it's a long time. Ticketmaster have just put out their thing today. You can buy a ticket for 22 quid to go for the entire thing. 22 fucking quid. And I paid 100. God damn it. And you can't even get a refund on them either. Ooh, those sneaky little bastards. I'd have to say that, sorry. Oh my god, that's fucked me off. Clifford, the big red dog. How do you know the dog was microchipped? So yeah, so supposedly she told him that the dog was chipped.
92 almost daily. Yep, sure were. But we are having a good time.
Dandy ends up being adopted by Nancy from the public defender's office, who told Iwu that the dog picked up some disturbing habits in his travels with Hilton.
He
No.
would stalk people when we were walking. He would get behind a tree, for instance, and he would watch people. And I would
Oh,
tell
he
him,
was
"We're not doing
following.
that. We're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that. Come on, we're not doing that anymore."
He
After
copied
letting
him.
Meredith's dog free and coming, Hilton realized that he was a wanted man.
If I had bought a paper that morning on Friday instead of that afternoon, she would have been alive. Because there they, my pictures on the front page are covered.
Yeah, no,
on the front page
I got
of
my
the
friend
Address
Bryony. She's the one who gets all the tickets. She's looking
and
into it.
everything. I wouldn't have killed her. I mean, for Pete's sake, no.
Hilton was arrested only
Yeah,
a few hours
99
later at the
£99
Chevron in
and-
DeKalb County. But while the
I think it was
manhunt
£99 and
finished, the
49p,
story
something
was
like
far
that.
from over.
And they had like
Was
22
this
quid.
difficult for you at all?
But yeah, so the dog
do
was
this?
actually imitating
As
what
far-
he
as
was
far-
doing.
As far as take her life, was
That's
it difficult at all?
insane.
I mean, do you have do you have feelings one way or the other about it, or were you just needed her for a necessity for you?
No, but it was like an out-of-body experience.
Okay.
It was surrealistic.
Like-
Of course it's surrealistic.
Right.
Removing a head is just unreal.
Right.
Unreal.
Mm-hmm.
And, you look back on it and you say, that wasn't even real.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was. I was just in, you might say an altered state.
Okay.
I just don't know. It was hard.
Okay.
It was hard.
Yeah, I know, Tim.
It was hard. You got to remember, we had spent several good days together, actually.
Right. Right.
Actually, she did not have a unpleasant time.
But Hilton says that he knew from the beginning how Meredith's story would end.
I'm going to tell you right now, there was never any plan to let her go.
Okay.
I knew that if I let her go, I would be instantly ID'd.
Once you've done it...
Mate, you were ID'd anyway. You were on the front page of the bloody paper.
It's not that, And that sounds cold and cruel. Yeah, it was.
Hilton's confession is thorough, but it comes at a high price. They agree to take the death penalty off the table in exchange for Hilton's guilty plea, his full confession, and one final piece of information they need to bring closure to this horrific case.
What I'd like to do is let you now tell us where the body is and try to direct us to it the best you can, and because it's very important that we locate the body as soon as we can this evening.
Hilton points out the exact spot in Dawson Forest on a map, but says the investigators may have a difficult search ahead of them.
It's going to
Why?
be a little hard to find. You're going to need a dog for this, I believe.
Can you help us?
Well, I'll help you.
Okay.
It's uncomfortable for me to go there, though. I
Well,
mean,
we-
but I understand.
what I
If
like-
I'm going to help you, I'm going to.
I'm sorry. Why is it uncomfortable for you to go there, mate? I thought you knew what you were doing. I thought you could cope with it. I thought you were like the big guy on campus. Sounds like he's a bit like, oh, I'm gonna get caught. It's like, mate, you're already, you've got the death penalty off, and to be honest with you, I think you're getting off scot-free there, bud. But yeah, oh, it's gonna be difficult for me. Why is it gonna be difficult? You took so many people away from this earth, and you took them from their families and everything.
Help you.
And your
Hilton
dog,
overcomes
you've
his
messed up your
discomfort and
dog
leads
like
the
anything.
Investigators to Meredith's body, though they run into some minor complications on the drive.
That's not media, is it?
Oh, shit.
Oh, media.
Oh, man.
Sorry, bud, I thought this is what you
It's an
wanted.
indication of how much publicity this case has gotten. Publicity that Hilton is only too aware of.
I'm infamous.
You are?
My God. I mean, I've read a little of the news that my lawyers brought me a little bit.
So, because they're there now, and he was like, oh, I'm infamous, but then he's like, look at me, I'm famous, and all this kind of stuff. Now, because the press are along the trail where you're going to go and show the police where the body is, you are now getting upset. I can't go there. I can't go there. Yeah, I'm not buying that one bit.
But almost, you know, I don't really want to read it. It's true, curl your hair, man. They don't understand that except for this rampage, I was the injured party. I kid you.
Oh my god. Oh, no. I was the injured party. Mate, no. It's like now he's trying to make people feel sorry for him. It's like, no, mate, it's not going to work like that. You are a fucking evil person. You're just scum. Jeez. Yeah, I'm assuming it would have been all over the place as well, yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, let's say the dogs can get out of that habit, out of certain things.
Lies to the cop. The cop would arrest me and send me to the penitentiary, take my dog away, and ruin my life, just because they don't want to be wrong. Okay? It's as simple as that. You talk about cruel and heartless, man. And you talk about, you know, hey, kill. You know, you start getting that thing. You know,
What the hell is... Oh my god, this guy.
Hilton may be disgruntled with some of the coverage, but he also seems to take a certain pride in it, such as when he recounts how he handled the perp walk.
Did you see the way did you see it on TV? Oh yeah, running. I'm the one that wants to do that. You see, I was leading them. And they'll open that door, another one will open that door, and I'm the one that just dives in head first, you know. So kind of like a Hollywood celebrity that's been bad. And,
oh my days, this guy.
The more you limit it, the bigger demand it makes.
This guy is, he's just a piece of shit, isn't he?
He's a schmuck is all he is. But when I come, right, an idiot. But, you know, when I come running out of there and then dive into the car wearing the vest, it's a mistake.
The cops and the press gathered near Dawson Forest away, and Hilton takes
You know what, Melby? That is completely true.
Meredith's body, only to reveal that he placed her head and clothing in a separate area down the road.
Hi. As we walk, I'm going to ask you a couple more things, okay, if you don't mind. You said that there was one sexual encounter.
Yeah.
Was that the only one?
Yeah.
There wasn't anything post-mortem, right?
No.
Okay.
Meredith Emerson's autopsy reveals a wide range of serious injuries consistent with Hilton's story. In addition to post-mortem chemical burns from the bleach, the medical examiner finds contusions and several broken bones. It's determined that she died of massive crushing head injuries, having been struck at least 19 times with a blunt instrument.
That poor woman.
At the site of her body in Dawson Forest, Hilton is asked one last question.
This the first time you ever done anything like this before?
Hilton's lawyer advises him not to answer.
Yeah, not to answer, yeah. I wonder why.
Hilton's reign of terror didn't begin with Meredith Emerson or even with Cheryl Dunlap in Florida.
When did your rampage begin? Can I ask you that? I mean...
Yeah, hunting.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I started hunting in September.
A federal investigation will reveal that on October 21st, 2007, a retired couple visiting Pisgah National Forest in North Carolina had the misfortune of running into Gary Hilton. In a recent interview, Hilton said that he spotted John and Irene Bryant as they got out of their car.
19 in it, nuts.
And demanded their credit cards.
Astrid, hello.
Hilton says he beat him with his police baton and pepper sprayed him. Irene tried to then attack Hilton with her walking stick, and he knocked her to the ground with the baton as well, and ultimately murdered her right there in the forest.
Poor woman.
Was discovered
she looks like my nan.
But John's whereabouts remained a mystery for months.
My attorney has informed me this morning that they have found a body in North Carolina. They found a skull and a pelvis.
Jeez, this guy.
Road and
this guy.
Road. And they found the body, so maybe he's no longer missing.
After kidnapping John Bryant and getting $300 out of his bank account, Hilton drove him to the Nantahala National Forest and shot him in the head.
Oh my days.
You're the one that chose to make money by killing. There's other ways to make money. There's bank robbery and so forth. Well, you know, in retrospect...
Well, yeah, he's never worked a day in his life, has he?
I really do. Because all of this shit got me nowhere but caught.
The authorities aren't able to precisely put his death on
bank robbery would have got you caught, mate. You're not very good.
Because Hilton was alone 5 days after the Bryants vanished, when that Cherokee County deputy rolled up on the afternoon of October 26th.
What you doing out here?
Well, you're the fourth person that's come along. Am I? And ask me that. If there's deer hunters around there, I can be wearing a purple shirt, that red backpack, and they're going to tell me I'm going to get shot. But, you know, that's a common threat. They're very particular. I understand.
Can I get your ID real quick?
Yeah, you sure can. And it's in a...
So, like you were saying about the men, like he doesn't go after men and all this because he knows that he would probably get beat. And straight away with that by there, even if I wear all of this high-coloured visibility stuff, they're still going to say I'm going to get shot. I understand that they're petite. Mate, you're not exactly a 6'4", 260, 280 pound muscle guy, are you? You are literally like, what? 5'8", 5'10" by the looks of things? Yeah, he's very full of himself, isn't he?
You see that fanny pack right there?
Especially if Meredith can do all that damage to him, you know. And he said, "Oh, she was petite," you know. And again, she trained in martial arts, and he's like, "Oh, they don't do it." Nah, mate. You're saying literally you're downplaying it, but because you got your ass kicked by a woman, and you're literally only saying, "Oh, I had to do this in the end," because you tied her up. You had a gun, you had a stick, and everything else.
Absolutely not, and I'm going to bring it to you. Okay. Where you going?
So are you a hiker or long-distance camper or hiker? Hiker.
I love the walls, though. Hey, check it out, man. Do you need anything else here? Or?
No, I'm just going to run this, make sure nobody wants you, and then probably just tell you to get your stuff and get out of here.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm just...
So you got another vehicle coming up now?
Together. I'm going to go run this real quick, and then I'll let you get out of here.
Get away from him. You're loose. But I know, but, you know, police officers...
Oh, no, I'm fine. If she was going to do something, she would have already done it, and she's almost speaking.
I just hesitate to break the law standing in front of a police officer. He's not on the leash.
Mr. Hilton?
Yeah. Nobody wants you. Well, if
he thinks he's it, doesn't he?
It's popped up in the last 6 hours, or whatever.
Right.
12 hours, because they were running me on 20 thinking I'm drunk. Now they're in here thinking I'm going to take one of their deer.
Because Gary's crimes took place on national forest land, he's in danger of federal prosecution, a risk he brought up several times when talking to Georgia investigators.
Well, I'm going to dig my heels in. I don't want federal custody. They're going to send me to Supermax. I just know they are.
That's what you fucking deserve.
They send the notorious, infamous people.
Well,
okay, they're sending my to Supermax, man.
Well, I mean, it's debatable on who calls you notorious and who calls you.
There we go.
You know, just a mad guy.
Hilton's guilty plea in the Meredith Anderson case sends the wheels of justice spinning rapidly. He's sentenced to life in prison for the murder on January 31st, 2008, less than a month after his arrest.
When you're going out to kill somebody, if you're seen by a single other person on the trail, then that day's screwed. But when you procrastinate because you don't want to get up and kill someone, and you let it go and you say, I won't kill anyone today. We'll just go hiking with my dog, have fun. We're doomed anyway. And so
the
you
guy's
get
just
down to the point where, well, like Meredith, I had $40 money and several days food. I was going to have to kill somebody in that period of time. Okay? And when you get down to the bitter end, you ignore all the rules you set. Part of it is I'm curious. You know, as an artist,
he's calling himself an artist. Calling himself a fucking artist. I really don't get this, dude. It's first he's saying that he's infamous, then he's famous, and he's notorious now, and he's gonna go to Supermax and all this bullshit. And then he's like, I'm an artist. And funnily enough, if you watch like serial killer movies or whatever, they always call themselves artists.
And as a sociopath, if you're doing this, you would like to select your victims on an artistic sense. But when
I'm gonna look this up.
You procrastinated and you hit someone's got a flaw. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, I want to know them and to see what, who I have got, rather than just a faceless person you're going to kill. Again, I'm remorseful over Meredith because just for the fact that, if nothing else, she drove a Chevy Cavalier. I can't tell you how much I respect that.
Right, we got it there. We'll look at this after.
Why yuppie's going to drive a little cheap white Chevy Cavalier? I asked her why. She told me sensible reasons and everything. I respected her to no end for that.
Yeah.
She didn't have a brain in her head, but hey, neither do you either. And sure, her life was just...
Mate, she beat the shit out of you.
The thing is, it was full, and she was happy at it.
Hilton was indicted in federal court for the murders of John and Irene Bryant in 2011, and he ultimately pled guilty. He received 4 consecutive life sentences in 2013.
Listen, there's no way I can make it on the outside. I've told you before, I'd have to turn right around, walk back in here. I'd have no place to go, nothing to do.
But there's one more murder for which Hilton is being prosecuted, and the district attorney in Leon County, Florida, is determined to get justice for the death of Cheryl Dunlap.
But you tell them I'll fight it all the way, and if they want to spend $10 million to try to execute a man who's not going to live long to get executed,
It is Cassandra.
The hell up, but I
He
ain't
thinks
gonna
he's
lay
the...
down for it.
Hilton pleads not.
This guy is the definition of he thinks he's the main character in life. That's what it is. He thinks he's the main character and everyone else around him is nothing. Hence the way he's speaking about the women. And even with the copper, you know, he's like, he goes, she never had a brain in her head. Neither of you. But the thing is, though, it's like, mate, who's sitting in jail now for doing something that, you know, they caught you?
Guilty in Florida, which means he will go before a jury for the first time. And in addition to hearing the physical and circumstantial evidence tying Hilton to Cheryl's murder, they will hear from Hilton himself in the form of the recordings he made with Dandy.
I've gained 20 pounds in 3 months, 3 or 4 months. 171 pounds. You don't get any.
But it's not Hilton's seeming attempt at a video blog that prosecutors
No, it's
want
the
the jury
dog.
to see. It's a recording from December 3rd, 2007, only 2 days after Cheryl Dunlap went missing.
You get some good wonderful stuff for it. She wouldn't be good. That one there. That one there, she was. See, I had stuff hidden. We had it hidden. We had the stuff. We had the gun.
Kelby. That is what I say. I've said that. My dad has. So many people. The amount of money that those people are taking. Because what is it at the moment? You got, I think there's like the longest guy on death row. He's been there since like the 60s or the 70s or something, and he's still there. That's what cracks me up. But I 100% agree with you. If you get sentenced to death, you should be gone within the month. That's how I think of it. That's it. But again, though, you will get people who go against it. Oh, yeah, that's inhumane. Sorry. If they're on death row, they're there for a reason. You know, they did something inhumane to other people. But yeah, they should be done straight away. Get rid of.
Going down
here. No way.
Going to the park. Yeah, gonna go have a good time.
It could be certain words. I'll have to look up the words that may be banned on the channel.
The jurors also hear mention of a man named Samuel Rail, who was Hilton's lawyer and friend in the 1980s.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that.
Told Florida investigators that Hilton had been an advisor on a low-budget thriller he produced called Deadly
Oh
Run.
my God, there we go.
He said was the one who came up with the movie's premise. A serial killer who releases women into the woods so he can hunt them down and kill them like prey. Despite all this, Hilton appears to be confident about his chances when he spoke to another prisoner in the Leon County Jail.
Man, the guy chopped a woman up, killed her dog up in Georgia and all that too, ain't you? Yeah, man, so you crazy or what? No, not crazy. I looked at him, he's got a little evil grin. I said, you gonna play the crazy card, ain't you? Yeah.
But the evidence against Hilton
my
is
days.
powerful. Investigators have found Cheryl Dunlap's DNA in Hilton's van, and while they were never able to positively identify the bone from...
Yeah, let's say certain words. Like obviously, I've had so many videos be demonetized and a few other things like that. When literally, all I've said is one word and it says that you're allowed to talk about certain things. But one thing that we may have, let's have a look. If we go into the studio for banned words, because I know there is a list that they do have, which people have to look at and like, oh, you can't say like this word in the first like minute or whatever and all this BS. Customization, is it in there? No, it's just links. Settings, there we go, in settings. Permissions, community moderation. What we got? So I got no blocked links and no blocked words on my actual channel. So that's interesting to see. But yeah, there is going to be a few things. Yeah, Liz, DR is death row. Death row.
Fragments from the burn pit, they discover a cigarette butt at the campsite with Hilton's DNA. The jury's decision is unanimous. In April 2011, Gary Michael Hilton was found
it's
guilty
mad
of
that so many things they block and everything else.
In a 2025 interview, Hilton confessed to Cheryl Dunlap's murder for the first time, saying he abducted her off the trails in Leon Sinks Geological Park because he was running low on food. After running her ATM card several times over the coming days, he ended her life with a gunshot to the back of the head. The judge hands him the one sentence he's been trying desperately to avoid: death.
There we go.
Today, almost 20 years after what he calls his rampage, Hilton awaits execution at Union Correctional Institution.
Look at him. Look at him. I am so happy he got the sentence.
In Rayford, Florida. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon. Channel memberships here on YouTube also include early access to select new videos.
So the one they just showed there at the end.
Trails and desperately to avoid his in Rayford, Florida. If you'd like to see, you'll find extra food early access to select new.
This one by here, Parents Discover. Like I say, it is an hour and 42. I am going to put that one on, mostly because I don't know if you've seen it or not. But,
it's right here.
What this is, a parent goes into her son's bedroom and there's a plastic bag. And there's something in it. But yeah, it's... You know what? I am just so happy that he actually got the death sentence. I am so happy. It's sad to see that this guy, though, he can... just turn me down a little bit for you. There we go. He thought he could go around and get away with things. And 20 years that he's been... so he's been inside for 20 years. Because 2008, 2008 he was arrested. No, 2008. Yeah, 2008 he was arrested. Sentenced to life in prison. And now, obviously, 20 years. Well, yeah, so just under 20 years. And he's like, oh, yeah, I did it. And now he's been sentenced to that. Good. Melby, yeah, Death Row Records. Yeah. Done by the infamous Suge Knight. Yeah. That guy's... another one who's an idiot and insane. I did an article briefly just to see if he was still alive. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, I had a look yesterday because even though the videos are nice and they are good to watch and informative, sometimes I'm like, right, okay, what's happening? What's happening? But yeah, it's absolutely nuts to see that he went through all of that. After nearly 20 years being in prison, he just confesses to it. And especially with him going around and speaking to his cellmate. And he's like, yeah, he goes, you're not crazy, you know. He goes, but you're going to plead crazy. And he goes, yeah. Which a lot of these people like him seem to do. A lot of them seem to do that. Which is absolutely insane. Because they think they can just get away with things just by saying, oh, I'm nuts. Nah. It's not fair. I'm so glad that he actually got that sentence. I'm so happy about it. Have a look at something. Looky what we got here. But yeah, like I say, I don't know if anyone's seen this one. Like I say, I know, we've got, you know, where Liz has said she's seen it. It's actually a really good one, this is. And it's when you think of certain things and you're like, nah, something like that can't happen. You know? It is a waste of good money. That's the one thing I don't seem to understand. Because how much is it to keep, actually? Oh, another thing as well, I've found this article as well. Regarding why do they call themselves artists and all that. And a trait, a tendency, perhaps a talent runs through the histories of many killers. Some of them, either while committing their crimes or during incarcerations, also create art. Absolutely nuts. That they think, oh, I am an artist. It's absolutely mad. It's insane that they go and do this. So in Texas, the average cost of a death penalty case is 2.3 compared to 75 grand for life in prison. So we go down by there. How much does it cost to keep an inmate on death row? $61.58 a day if you're on death row in Texas. While an average cost to house an inmate in Texas is $47.50 per day. What? Yeah, why do they, you know, probably due to the lengthy, complex appeal process. Don't care about that one there. That is mad though, isn't it? Hey, Di, how's it going? That's crazy. And you got by there, the injection costs $86. That was in 2005 though. Let's have a look. We'll do last year. We'll just go by last year. In 2024, the cost to maintain a death row inmate is significantly higher than housing an inmate in the general prison population. Studies indicate that maintaining a death row inmate costs taxpayers roughly $90,000 more per year. What? What is going on? Inflation, the average cost of a death penalty case is out. We've got that one there. If it was only $80 per injection, I just can't see why they just don't get rid of them. It would be so much easier. And so much money would be saved. Let's have a look. How many people are on death row? In the United States, there were 2,208 prisoners. Jeez. And say we class that, just say we do 90 grand, so it's 90 grand more. 61 times 52. That is absolutely insane. So we'll just go with the $90,000 one we saw earlier. Times 2208. That's just shy of $200 million a year. Just to keep people on death row. Just shy. It's $198 million. In it, they could have taken the easy way out, yeah. So, $200 million. It costs American government taxpayers just to keep them on it. Oh my days. That's nuts though, innit? And so, if it costs $90,000 a year to keep them on per person, that is more money than what the average normal working person earns as well. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely insane. 198. $198,720,000 per year. Holy hell. Yeah, they say they do need, well, not higher security, because they're locked behind doors 24 hours a day, aren't they? But yeah, that's just nuts. It would be so much easier just to give him the injection. Because, again, if in 2007 it cost $80 for an injection, get it now. You know? It would be so much easier if they just did that. But guys, we're going to have a look at this one here, because this one is a full-on... Like I say, I know some people have seen it, like I've seen it, but it's absolutely insane. It's right. I just love this song.
It's right here. Yeah, because there's an arm. There's an arm, there's another arm, there's another one.
Parents have some concerns of some stuff they may have found in
There
your
he
room?
is.
Yeah, I believe so.
And what would it be?
A human head and hands.
It's so creepy the way he says it. Ugh. It is so creepy. It's we just gotta listen to it again.
So?
And what would it be?
A human head and hands.
The poor mother. Oh.
911 is John. What's the address emergency?
Hi, there is an emergency. I found something in my son's closet wrapped in a plastic bag.
Okay, what was it?
I think it's a human head.
It's a what?
I think it's a human head.
On March 1st, 2021, police at Grand Junction, Colorado received this chilling 911 call.
Absolutely
a mother
nuts.
has just discovered a disturbing secret hidden within her son's closet.
Ugh.
Even more terrifying, he's currently just outside
Liz,
the
he
house
is.
while she makes this call for help.
Why do you think it's that?
Because it looks like it's all an ear.
Tim, he is a sicko, yeah.
Is it bloody or does it like anything like that?
Just tell you to come. Do I have to take a picture and send it to you?
The dispatcher tries to get as much information
It's
as
just the
possible
way he
to make
says
sense
it.
of this shocking call and give officers an idea of what they might
Die? Human head and hands. It's just the way he says it, man. It's so creepy.
be walking into.
Is your son there now?
He just pulled up. We wanted to make sure he was here before we called.
How old is
he? 19. He's had a little bit of a fascination with the morbid, but he was channeling it, I thought, into becoming a crime scene investigator, but not so much.
Do you think he's going to be cooperative with us?
I don't know.
It's just that part there.
He'll be violent.
He wanted to become a crime scene investigator. I wonder why.
In his room, or do you guys have any in the house?
I don't know. I think that he has a shotgun, but we can certainly...
How we talked about this morning regarding Ed Kemper earlier, and Liz, it's like, oh, the way he says it, is how Ed Kemper is an extremely intelligent person. His IQ, I think they did it, and it was something like 160, like the top one you can get, 160 whatever, something like that. Liz, I know. It's a gift. But yeah, it's the way he talks about things as well in this. It's literally like Ed Kemper. He's like, he knows what he's doing, he knows why he's saying it, and he knows what he's done. And it's just like, oh my God. Because there's one part, it's a complete opposite to Gary Hilton, to the guy we just watched as well.
Immediately before he gets in this room, he's out by the car now, so...
Is the bag still in the closet?
No, it's in my kitchen sink. And there's a secondary bag that I have not opened.
Aquafina!
Covered with a towel.
And there's a second bag?
There's a second bag that I don't know what's in it. I didn't open it.
I'm sorry. He took the second bag out of the closet?
I took the second bag out of the closet and put it in the sink.
Where's Brian now?
I think he's still...
It's just the way he's saying it as well. It's just... Ugh. It's absolutely nuts. I really don't understand why this guy is... Just the way he's going over it is absolutely nuts. I'm just trying to figure something out by here, folks. Is that working now? Let's have a look. No, it's not. Something's just stopped working on my computer a minute, folks. I do apologize. I'll get a bit of music in the background just so we can work this out, see what's going on. But yeah, the way he's talking about that sort of stuff there is just absolutely nuts. It really does make you think, like, ugh, sort of thing, you know? So why isn't that coming up there? We have that in the latest, because this is what it is. It's the latest stream. We're live. Oh, I would be terrified if my son had done something like this. I have no idea what I would do. I really do think that it would be like, oh my god, what is going on? What's happening, like, you know? Alright, so it's not that there, so we save that. We'll leave it. Right, yeah, so we're good, we're good. Yeah, it's just the way he's done it is just... It's absolutely nuts. I don't know how I would feel about things like this. It's absolutely nuts.
Despite the horrifying nature of this call, police could not have anticipated the twisted tale of violence they were about to embark on. Nor did they have any idea just how shocking the motive behind the inexplicable horror would be. One day prior to responding to this harrowing incident, the emergency services had attended to a rather unusual call at 2 a.m. on Sunday, February 28, 2021. 19-year-old Brian Cohey Jr. is having a bad night. As officers arrive at the Blue Heron boat ramp, they can scarcely believe their eyes. The majority of the following footage has never been seen before. It's been analyzed by a qualified team, including a licensed professional counselor, a licensed clinical psychologist, and a former detective, former licensed polygraph examiner, and former hostage negotiation commander and instructor.
That's one of my fears.
How do we call a tow for that? I don't know, because he'd have to get in the friggin' water. Yeah.
I called Black's Towing. They want me to text them a photo of the car because they think they might be able to pull it out.
Okay. So you're already in contact with them?
Yeah, but I only have like 10% battery left on my phone, and now he wants me to text him a photo of the car.
Oh, your son got a photo of her phone?
I can take one and text it to him for you if you'd like.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Thank you.
It's not every day that police officers see a car floating in the Colorado River.
It's nuts.
To try and make sense of what they're observing, the officers speak to Brian's mother.
Yeah.
Not him, though. Have you noticed?
Driver.
Okay.
Put his car here on the angle and got out and like just looked around for a moment, and when he went to get back in, he wasn't able because of the angle to pull it out. I don't know. He's right there.
Okay, we'll talk to him real quick. Sounds good.
Officers decide it's best to get the story straight from the horse's mouth, and 19-year-old Brian has no choice but to own up to his mistake. Little do these officers know, there's a sinister secret lurking in the background of this crazy story.
Is your son right here? Yep. Hey, partner, you want to come out and talk to me real quick?
Sure,
Appreciate it, man.
I'm really cold. Is it okay if it's in here?
That's fine.
It's really cold. It's really
fine.
cold.
I did not know that. No, please stay in the car. All right? Nobody else in the car?
Nope.
No, okay.
No, just us. I'm the father, that's the mother, and this is our son. He just called us 20 minutes ago and said, Dad, I parked at the boat ramp and I messed up. I tried to get out of the car and it slid down.
Well, you're not hurt, right? You're okay?
No, just a little cold is all.
Just beside your pride a little bit?
And probably $7,000.
Okay. All right, man. Do you have your ID with you, driver's license by any chance?
Thankfully.
What were you doing down here, bud?
Well, I felt like I needed to get out, and I figured, why not park here and just
relax a little bit?
Relax and think.
Okay.
And I parked on the boat ramp, and I thought it would be easy to get out. But when I tried to...
Where did you park exactly? Were you down the hill a little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. And then... When you got back in, go ahead. When I got back in, I tried to put it in drive, and it didn't go up. So then I tried putting it in low gear, shimmying it a bit. That didn't work.
Were you facing down?
No, I was facing up.
You
back down? Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
It's a predicament so ridiculous that the responding officers can't
And
help
like, what
but
the hell's
laugh.
going on?
How we're gonna handle this, man? 'Cause I don't know. Do I get a tow going for a car in the river and see if anybody will take this?
I'm gonna work on that.
I don't know, man. So I'm kind of glad you were coming down here because I was like, it's not a crash. He just
it's like
parked
8 feet
it
out in the water.
He parked it
Absolutely
and basically
stupid he
couldn't
is.
get it up. It just lost traction, looks like, and then he actually went in it, down in the water. He's not hurt at all. So I'm like, how are you gonna get this car out if possible?
I don't know.
The officers are convinced that this is a teenager's mishap. It will be some time before they begin to suspect that there's anything more to this story than what they've been told.
We're gonna get some options for you here, man. I'm gonna
Get it out of there.
I don't
Bloody
seen
hell.
a whole lot of cars that have put themselves in that situation, so we're gonna.
I really don't understand them. I really don't.
I'm actually the owner of the life jacket program on the boat ramp here.
Mm-hmm.
I do all the life jackets in Grand Junction, Colorado. So it's like, oh my God, this is not.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Faced with embarrassment over the whole ordeal,
Yeah, Melby, this
Brian's
guy is
mother
the
talks
one.
with the officers.
Absolutely nuts.
He was almost 18 before he got his driver's license because we didn't want him having any accidents like they do when they're 16 and 17 and
Gotcha.
stupid things. But stupid usually doesn't have an age limit, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not gonna lie,
so
this is my
I'm going to pause a minute, folks. Quite surprising. So you do get more XP. Like I say, we currently got Melby as top with 150. Then 120, then 100, and going down for 70, down to 50. Sorry, I thought that we'd just let people, because I still don't know what's going on with
First
this.
time too.
Yeah, Tim, he does look freaky.
It's a new one for me.
What's that?
Especially the way he was talking about
so
it.
It's a new one for me.
On my website, backing up when people back up their boats, I see accidents when a truck goes accidentally in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, the boat and the truck's in the water.
I lost him.
Just let me know if he does. That way, if not, we can try and get hold of a tow truck and go from there.
No, it's at an angle. It's heading upriver. It's facing upriver.
Yeah.
Yes, the front of it is facing upriver. Oh, damn it. I'm sorry. It keeps losing the call. And he's like, I don't want to get wet. I don't have the proper clothing to go into the water and get wet.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert. Well, you know, I was just talking to the patrolman, and
Yeah,
they're
this
suggesting that
kid
we
is.
just adjust this in daylight hours. That's why they make the big bucks. They're smart. Nobody wants to get in the water. I hear ya.
At long last, the officers make contact with the towing company willing to come out to the river in the middle of the night and risk the frigid
Melby.
waters.
Yeah,
With
I
help
don't know
on the
what
way,
these
they finish
XPs do. We'll
things
have to
up
look
with the
into that.
Cohees.
Like say, I have to look into it on Kick as well, because I can see how many channel points people have got.
Figure out what's what with the picture.
Terry and Brian Sr. take Brian home, but they soon return without their son to the boat ramp. Nearly an hour later, the tow company is making progress.
Oh, okay.
But as the car nears the shore, the officers make a disconcerting discovery.
Hey, quick question for you.
Sure.
So the back bumper, I don't know, you can probably see it from here. It's a lot of red on the back of that, dripping down it all a little bit. That's underneath the license plate, a little area right there. Okay. A lot of red, which means looks like blood.
Oh.
Blood?
Yeah. I don't know if did your son hurt himself on his way out at all?
He might have, and he just didn't know it. I don't know.
That's why I'm asking. It's a good question. He's at home. Does he make sure he's not got a cut or
He just said he's going to bed.
something out on him somewhere that he's not aware of?
Yeah,
Maybe
because this guy
his,
thought he could
adrenaline's
get
a little
away with
high.
it.
Maybe just have him do like a self-check. Make
Absolutely
sure he's okay.
crazy. He thought he can get away with it.
Hey, they see blood on the back bumper of the vehicle.
Really?
Yeah, did you get hurt?
Whoa, is this? See, I didn't know there was blood there.
No, I'm fine. There's blood on it?
We're not sure.
We're not sure. It's a red, something red underneath the license plate.
Similar blood stain.
Oh, no.
All right, but you're not injured. You don't have any cuts.
No, I don't know what would cause blood or whatever it is on the bumper.
But you're not injured.
No, I'm not injured.
Officers may have some concerns about the mysterious
Yeah,
red
I
substance
would,
on
wouldn't
the
you?
bumper, but they release the car into the Cohees' custody. However, on March 1st, the next day, the police once again find themselves at the Blue Heron boat ramp. A homeless man by the name of Warren Barnes has been reported missing. Officers speak to the woman who called in the report.
How do you know Warren?
I own Monique's Bridal downtown, and I give him a chair to sit and read his books.
When was the last time you saw him?
Saturday, 5 o'clock. I said, I'll see you tomorrow, Warren, and he was like, okay, meaning he planned on coming down on Sunday, and then he did not show up. So I'm thinking if they saw him Saturday, maybe it happened more up there, because it's weird. He would never come down here. He would never come all the way down here.
He doesn't have a camp down here or anything?
No. He worked for People Ready, and someone found the wallet and called People Ready this morning, and they said that everything looked like it was in there because he doesn't have much. And I just gave him $20 for beer, so I know that he had maybe a couple bucks.
So they found his wallet just down here at the boat ramp.
Monique Lanati has forged a special friendship with Warren over the years.
Yeah, Melby, yeah, the pork.
Today to report
The parents are just going to get yours, and all this stuff is coming through, all this information. All of a sudden, it's like, boom, your son is this. I have no idea how I would react. Saying that, my father, the other day, he came into the room and into the living room, and I was watching the Monster Show on Netflix, Jeffrey Dahmer, and it's the one when he got arrested and everything else. And he was there, and he's like watching. He goes, obviously, when his father goes in, his father's like, I don't know what to do. My dad, he goes, if you did that, I have no idea how I would react. He goes, obviously, you've done something extremely heinous and horrible. And then he's like, I really don't know. Which I think that's basically every single parent. And sadly, not sadly, speaking of my dad, he just bloody texts me. Oh my god, you can't make this shit up. So, look at this, look at this. A murder investigation. Murder investigation launched after man was found killed in Barry. Which, people who know, I live in the Cardiff Barry area. Oh my days. It's all kicking off here. Holy moly. Yesterday we were talking about, Texas Chainsaw, Exorcist, and Nightmare on Elm Street 2. And then we had, the guy who played Leatherface in number 2 died yesterday. Got the guy who's the main guy, Mark Patton, in Elm Street 2. Oh my god. This is insane.
No, she's never seen it.
Maybe we should start watching things about people getting rich.
That's why I'm
we could jump in.
There's no way he walked all the way down here in his wallet.
So, in how many years?
4 years. Yeah, that's as long as I've known him.
Officers soon find that Monique is not alone in her concerns about the missing Warren Barnes.
He literally shows up every morning, every day without fail, like at 6 o'clock.
Oh, his ears must have been burning. Definitely.
For the customers, we give him free coffee. He's the nicest old man ever.
Do you talk to him at all?
All the time.
So every morning it's around 6?
Yeah.
Without fail?
Without fail. And he's the nicest guy ever. Rough looking, but he is the nicest guy.
Monique gives officers a photograph
This the
of
thing,
Warren
see,
in
with
the hopes
this
that
is
it'll
that
help with their search.
Everyone liked this dude. Everyone was like this. He's lovely. He's the nicest. I'd give him a chair. I'd give him coffee every morning. Oof.
So that's the only picture you have of him?
That's the only one I have, and that's from June of 2019, so he's a little bit thinner. Okay.
So who found his wallet down there?
The lady from the place said that it was whoever runs the life jacket thingy.
I'm actually the owner of the life jacket program on the boat ramp here.
There it is.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, of course. I hope you guys find him. I hope he's okay. If anything, I just hope you find him so that we can start the next process of whatever. Because I don't know. I just have a really bad feeling.
Monique's tone doesn't
we'll change it. See, we'll try looking for get rich things, or people having nice things happening to them.
However,
like people winning the lottery,
across town.
Stuff like that.
As it turns out, it was indeed Brian Cohey's father who called about the wallet. He found it in the most unlikely place, the now recovered Ford 500 that his son accidentally sank in the river. With her suspicions raised, Brian's mother goes into his bedroom to investigate. It's March 1st, 2021, the day after the car incident at the boat ramp, and Terry Cohey is about to make a horrifying discovery as she opens her
We'll
son's
look for good
closet.
vibe videos for tomorrow and stuff. Try and find some funny ones that I won't get copyrighted
Why do you
for.
think it's that?
Because it looks like it's all an ear.
Shocked and terrified by what she's found in her son's closet, Terry Cohey nonetheless has the presence of mind to keep Brian in the dark while she gets police to her address.
Clever mother.
Deputies from the Mesa County Sheriff's Office arrive at Brian's address. He makes contact with Brian using a friendly, disarming greeting, which goes further to establish an atmosphere of calm.
Yeah.
Of course, at the same time, the deputy is certainly scanning the area for any potential threats, as well as making sure that Brian has his hands.
Yeah,
where he
we'll
can
look
see
some
them.
nice.
Yeah, I believe so.
And what
Here
would
it
be?
is.
A human head and hands.
Do you have anything on you? He's going to cut, poke, hurt, stick me anything without reaching for nothing? Don't reach for nothing.
My phone and my wallet, that's it.
Yeah,
Well,
let's say for certain videos, we're going to have to try and find them where, you know, we don't get striked or copyright notice. Because I had one the other day for a live we did where we had the, oh, bloody hell. I think it was a dog video we showed. And it really, really annoyed me because obviously seeing when you get the copyright and everything else, it's just like, really? Come on. It's absolutely insane how this can happen. But it's like at the moment, we got a couple of things here where other people have watched the same videos that we have. But, you know, again, they can't claim them because it's not theirs, obviously. And it's interesting to see because a lot of these people, like, they literally just upload the same video as other channels. Because I'll show you by here now. So, this is the channel copyright pad by here. And as you can see, these ones here, the ones we're live on the side with the red dots, they're the ones that we've been live. So, if you remember, the neighbor got instant karma. Look at the title. Revenge backfired. My neighbor got instant karma. No, because it's not their video. That's one. You got there. Neighbor looking for revenge. There. Yes, revenge. Stop making these fatal driving mistakes. Same thing. And all of these people, as you can see down the side, it's got how much of their video is of ours. 100%. Which basically shows they are literally looking and going, oh, yeah, that's all they got. Like this one by here, the top one. Stop making these fatal driving mistakes. This one by here, if you remember, was the guy where the owner, the building owner, the lawyer. And that video is 12 minutes long. And it's 90% of their video is that video. We watched it and it's like 25, 30 minutes long. You know, and these ones here, these are all just the full videos and they're not even talking about them. Which is insane. But they think they can get away with things like that, which really annoys me. Because it's a bit like how you have it on...
Hey, Sally, put your hands on top of your head for me real quick.
On TikTok and all that, which is the slop videos, which they're calling it now brain rot. Which, if you look at YouTube now, you got so many videos which have AI voiceover, and they are just nothing. They are just slop, and there's just brain rot. Which is absolutely insane when you think about it. Mandy's Red Rain. Which one's that? I'll say we'll get my notepad up. Well, that's it, Kel. Sadly, though, people do actually try doing it. And the way that these people do it is absolutely they just go after things, and it's like, there we go. Yeah, third of the actual stream time, and so that's what they try and do. They try and do it, but when you show them that you actually, like, no, this is what's going on, they go, oh, right, okay.
It's important that the deputy only ask enough questions to figure out exactly what is going on at the scene. And while this is not the kind of encounter that even a veteran police officer would be accustomed to, it's Brian's parents who must slowly absorb the shock of their son's admission.
I'm going to have you walk over here.
Let me do it. You go inside.
Well, let's stay out here with me for a minute.
Sit down. Come on, sit down, baby. Annie, stay with your mother. Give her
Just make sure that guy goes in the car first.
I can take it. You can go in the
The
sink.
poor mother.
Well, yeah,
Sink
okay.
right there. Nobody's on your own.
Yeah.
House is empty.
Okay.
We had a bag feeling about what happened this weekend.
Okay.
And she said there's a bag in this closet, and she opened it up.
Bye, Liz. See you tomorrow.
She called me.
That's it. Trying to be nice and polite and calm and everything. It's...
The officer has no response to this observation.
How you holding up, Brian? Okay. A bit thirsty? You guys have any water in your home? I can't make any guarantees we're going to be able to go in and get some, but I will get some water to you as soon as I can, okay?
Yeah, if you knew what he did, darling, you would. I'd be a bit like, oh, you know.
Oh, I should have a mask.
You're okay. Don't worry about it, okay?
Huh, I haven't got a mask.
With Brian situated in the interrogation room, investigators speak with his parents to find out what happened that harrowing morning.
Poor parents, man. Look, the poor mother. Poor mother, man.
Just take your time. Take as much time as you need, okay? So I know very little about what's going on today.
Oh.
What started?
Wait till you find out.
Terry relays the incident at the boat ramp.
So we have the car towed back to the address. And of course, with the battery being wet, nothing was operating. And so my husband was cleaning out the car because he was going to take it into Scotty's. Could maybe salvage it. Okay.
And they found stuff in it.
He found the wallet. So he called me this morning and he said, found the wallet in Brian's car. Oh, and the officers thought that there was blood on his car. The night that it was in the river.
Yes, and the cop said.
He had just had a procedure done on his armpit a few days before, so I thought maybe the adrenaline opened that back up, and that's where it came from. I don't know. And he said, I don't know where it came from. And he took a special effects class last summer, which involved fake blood. And he's like, one of those fake blood containers first in my trunk is probably that. And I was like, okay, that makes perfect sense.
However, his father, Brian Cohey Sr., found something even grislier in the car's glove box and decided to confront his son.
Went back out there this morning just to continue, and I opened the glove box, and there was a knife in the glove box, underwater. The glove box is full of water. Very large knife. And then, as I go around the passenger door, I open the passenger door, and there's a wallet in between this door and I open up. That's not Brian's wallet. It's frozen solid. That's not Brian's wallet. So I take it inside, and I ended up getting one of the wads of cards out, and there's a label ready. I read
and
that.
There it is.
Label ready. And then another one, there was a social security card. I was like, hey, this is a weird call, but I've got a wallet here with so-and-so's name.
It is Tom.
I'm hoping he works for you all, or he's so.
Oh, yeah, Melby, yeah. She's literally losing her son, yeah.
We've been missing him. Yes, he didn't show up today. I'm like, oh my God, now we've got a missing person. Okay, well, I found his wallet at Blue Hen Boat Ramp. So here's my name. Here's all my information. If you get a hold of him, tell him I've got his wallet here at my house. Okay, so I left that like that. Called Brian. Brian, what's going on? Why is there a wallet in the car? Oh, I found it down at the book ramp when I was down there walking around. And he was so sincere. I took it all. I
Yeah,
wanted to believe him.
you would because he's your son. That's it.
Brian, how come, all this going on in the last 2 days, how come you didn't tell us about the wallet? Dad, I was just so excited with all the going on. My car getting towed because it's wet now. It won't start. I just didn't think about it.
That's what I don't understand. He's like, oh yeah, Mom, I'm excited. My car's getting towed.
Who is this one, whatever guy?
Who is this person?
Dad,
Yeah.
I swear to you, I only know one. He's my school friend. It's not him. I believe him.
Poor guy.
On the bumper, right? And I'm like a smear of blood. And I'm like, that didn't come from that cup. And I asked him, right, tell me the truth. I knew. I didn't want to believe it. Something was going on. Had that gut feeling.
Despite the red flags, the family put the strange accident at the boat ramp behind them. But no one was prepared for the spine-chilling discovery Terry made the next morning.
I was in his room, cleaning up, putting some things away, and he has a Rubbermaid container in his closet. And so I just kind of started digging through, going, what is this mess? Like moms do. Sure. And I saw a plastic bag, a white plastic trash bag. And I was like, what in the world does he have in here? And I picked it up, and it was heavy.
So with that, it also, because I do think, when I see certain things, like watching a lot of these, I do think to myself, I'm like, how the hell would I react? You know, if I found something like this. Like, say, one thing at this moment in time, which I'm not dreading, but I'm a bit, like, ooh, about now and again, is when you see things regarding all these teenagers and all that, and what they're going around, you see, oh, they're recording everything, all this horrible shit that they do. Sometimes I do think, like, how would I react if I saw my niece? Because like, she's 14 now. And I'm like, if I saw her and she was something like this, how would I react? And I really don't know. I really don't. I'd probably be angry, and I'd probably go straight over there, be on my sister, like, what the hell's going on? You know? Ah, Intimidator, hello.
And
This is it, Cal, you know, it's like, it's such a specific thing, isn't it? You know, like, ooh, because you get to, like, some people when they like, oh, if that was me, I would have done this, or I would have done that. But the thing is, though, it's the fight or flight response, isn't it? Bows, hello. Bows, you're actually coming in a little bit late. We're going to be finishing in about 10 minutes just because of the heat. I'm glad you popped by, though, guys. Glad you popped by.
And I was like, what in the world is this? What in the world? Is it like maggots covering something? Or I don't know. I better take it in the sink. So I carried it out to the sink, and it was double bagged. So I ripped open one bag, and I saw my old blood.
Aww.
And I went,
It's alright, Bows. Poor woman, man. Hey, Sally, how's it going? Yeah, like I say, it has been it's a really warm day. Like I say, that's why we're going to be finishing in about 10 minutes or so.
I called my husband. I said, Brian Jr.
Well, see, Intimidator in the UK is a little bit different.
Over to Kai's house. And I said, okay, but, you know, don't be over there too long. He goes, yeah, I should only be over there maybe 3 or 4 hours. It's good to hang out with her. And I said, okay.
This friend was Kylan Like, and police would speak with her shortly.
So I called his father. He said, how did you speak in Andy up from school? Yes, I we get that at 12:30. 12:40, whatever.
Oh, Bows, no, man. They say we, an hour and 38 we've been live.
With me, and I said, you need to come over here right now. And he said, okay, I'll be there in a few minutes. And you hung up.
Kylan Like's mother, Heather Gale, recalled what she saw after Brian ended the call.
And my only memory of that was the way he peeled out of the driveway. I actually have a picture somewhere on my phone of the marks when he left to go.
Oh, it's going to be good vibes next one, yeah. Like I say, I'm going to try and figure something out after regarding, see if I can get, you know, if I stream from the garden or something. Like I say, because I got internet, got all that. Got my camera. I may do my phone, I'm not too sure, it all depends. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Oh, Bows. We've been having issues with YouTube all day. Kel has been trying to write certain words, and it's not accepting it. And there is no banned words on my channel. So YouTube are being funny duddies about certain words.
On the part of Brian's parents to get him back to the house after their horrifying discovery.
Brian, my husband, was already there by that point, and he put a towel over top of his. So it's not that poor man's bed. So we hatched a plan to call Brian and tell him that his brother needed the Mustang for a driving license.
It is, poor guy, man.
And just as he pulled it
Actually, folks, I think we're going to end it by here, like I say, because my back is a little bit wet from sitting by here as well. But yeah, we will be back tomorrow. Like I say, I'll have this video up as well, but we'll also be looking for, you know, get some nice things. I'm going to try and have a look about the garden, see if I can do, try and get out there, because it is a nice day. It's nice and warm. Get out there. Like I say, I got my little mics as well, which can go on my camera or my phone to give us like crisp audio like this. and we'll see if we can get it done, because I think it'll be nice to do. Like I say, I also want to try it out for when I go away to Bloodstock. You know, see if we can do like a stream there, and I'll have these as well. So we'll see how that goes. But guys, thanks ever so much for coming along. It's very warm. I hope you all have a great day. Enjoy the rest of it. Don't get sunburned. Don't do anything like that. Don't do anything stupid. And I'll see you folks tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.